Hello everybody, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Rennie as always, and also you can call me Izine if you wish. Okay, if you are new here onto my channel, thank you for stopping by, and to my returning subscribers, I love you all. Thank you, my OGs, for always sticking around with me. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So today's episode also, they had a full house, unlike yesterday, because some of the guys joined, like Seyi, Omashola, Elo, Ike, and Fraud. Yeah. So the girls also that joined Tacha and Mercy were Diane, Cindy, Venita. After the commercials, Avila and Isilomo also joined them. Apparently, everybody were not involved in the discussion. The major people that were involved in the discussion, like the first was Tacha, Diane, Elo, and Cindy. Then on the second part, it was between Seyi and Tacha. Then on the last part, it was between Avila and Isilomo. So this episode started when Ebuka played a clip where there was a banter fight, as in words, okay, between Tacha, almost everybody in the house though, but those that were really fully involved in the talk were Tacha, Diane, Elo, and Cindy. They were the ones involved in this matter. So a background story behind what really happened was a boss was given to them and they were to take care of the boss in turn. So that day, the people in charge of taking care of the boss were Diane and Elo, and they had a party that day. So when they went to the arena, they went with the boss to the party, because you are not, if you are to take care of the boss, you're not supposed to leave the boss and then go somewhere else. If you have to go out, if you have to go and eat, if you have to go and pull, you have to go with the boss, if you are the one to take care of the boss for the day. So they had to go with the boss to the arena. But generally, the housemates were supposed to generally take care of the boss, but it was their own decision to share it according to them, according to days, like 2 people per day, 2 people per day, because Big Brother told them if any time they forget the boss, that there will be a grave punishment that will be melted on everybody in the house. Okay, so apparently after the party they were all excited, and when they were asked to leave the arena, they left the arena and forgot the boss. Now Diane said immediately she stepped out of the arena, she remembered, oh, the boss. So she ran back quickly and the arena was closed. At that point, everyone realized that, oh, this boss is missing, and they became angry and started shouting on Diane and Elo. And now Cindy was supposed to be the one to bring the boss out, and Cindy was at the background telling them, you people should not blame Elo and Diane, no, it's my fault, oh, it's my fault, oh, and they did not hear. Our Tacha was the one raising her voice too much and shouting and cursing, abusing them, and they weren't happy. They became angry, very angry with her. Now, after they showed that clip, they asked Tacha, why? Okay, the first person was Cindy. Cindy, you were the one that was supposed to take the blame, and the blame now shifted to Elo and Diane. What do you have to say about that? Cindy said that she was there shouting, oh, you people should not blame Diane and Elo. It is my fault. But nobody heard her. What could she do? Then Elo was asked. Elo said that it was actually Cindy's fault. Maybe they asked Cindy to help them bring, or Cindy was the one holding it at that point. I don't know how Cindy really got involved, So Elo still said the same thing, that voices were being raised and they couldn't hear Cindy when Cindy was talking, and then everyone was angry and shouting, and that was it. Then Tacha was asked. Tacha said that she had already gotten 2 strikes and she was up for possible eviction that week. And then she could remember vividly how Big Brother warned them that they should take care of that boss, or that they will be given a very grave punishment, and that got her scared, and that was the reason why she was overreacting, because she really overreacted. Yeah, they lost the boss at that point, but they were all expecting a punishment. You aren't the only one that should be punished. That was exactly Diane's point. Diane was like, why will you be shouting on us like we are children? You are not the only one that was going to serve the punishment. I was also going to be involved. In fact, we were the ones supposed to take care of the boss. So if Biggie was going to punish anybody, maybe our own will even be higher than yours. Nobody knew how the punishment was gonna come, okay? So why were you shouting? And then they now got to the point of, you punched my... Tacha said she punched her face. She said she did not punch Tacha's face. She now said, asked for the clip to be played. When the clip was played, her face was actually very, very close to Tacha's face. And when it was getting close, Tacha now used her hand to hit on the hand out of her own face. So people now came and carried Diane off. So they kept on arguing. Yeah, she punched my face. Diane said, I did not punch your face. I told you outside the house that if they play this clip and I really see that I punched at your face, or I pinched, was it pinched or on your face, that I was gonna apologize. So at the end of the day, Diane did not apologize because she was still insisting that she didn't punch her face. That aside, another clip was played where Seyi and Tacha were all lovey-dovey. Now, a background story also, there was a time where Seyi and Tacha were fake evicted. So when they were fake evicted, they were given a room, only 2 of them. They were watching the people in the house, seeing what was going on. So that period, they began to bond and they became very closer to each other. And then when they came back into the house, there was a time Seyi won head of house. And Seyi, when you win a head of house, you will be asked to choose one person that will share the same room with, because it is a well-furnished room. You're not going to be inside the general room with everybody. So Seyi chose Tacha. Now, it made them to bond pretty well. They were pretty close. They were all lovey-dovey at a point. And some points, they became enemies. They will shout the roof down. They will curse each other. At a point, Seyi called her prostitute. At a point, Tacha told him that what I have achieved at 23 years, you have not achieved it even up till now. And when they came back to the studio, Tacha said, yeah, and that is fact. What I have achieved in 23 years when I was 23, he has not achieved it even now. That is fact. So Seyi was asked, what happened? You guys were cool. All of a sudden, you were enemies. What is actually the problem? Seyi said, respect. He was hammering on respect. He said, 2 of them are friends. She wants to always call the shots. Like, 1 minute, you are good with me. The next minute, you are flipped. Now, that what happened was Sadi left. And he was like, oh, Sadi is your friend. Oh, your friend has left. And she goes, who told you Sadi is my friend? And she starts shouting. So he's like, how come you're now saying Sadi is not your friend? Even us when we're watching, Sadi and Tacha were even closer than the way she was with Seyi. So why are you saying Sadi is not your friend? So they began talking. So She said little things just make them argue, and the way she will now escalate the issue. She said the fact that you can shout or you have a loud voice more than everybody does not mean that you should win every argument. So he said that he was trained in a certain manner not to talk too much or raise his voice at women or at people, but that there are some times that he would just need to prove himself. He doesn't need to be always calm at every point. So that was why he will always want to talk back and shout back. And yeah, to some extent, he called Tacha a prostitute, and he said he was upset because of what Tacha was saying. And then someone telling you at 23 you did not achieve this and that, that it is provocating. So he was just lamenting on, where is the respect? You said you have a friend. Do you know what friendship is? Do you know what loyalty is? When you are loyal to someone, you respect the person. You cannot always call the shot. Like, I'm a guy, okay? You want to order me around, you want to tell me what to do. It's not gonna happen. So Tacha was like, yes, that they were cool, that they settled the whole issue. But the thing is that they are friends, they will always have issues. They quarreled and they settled. So Tacha now always looking for a way around to just drag herself out. She now made that excuse, and that was it. Then after the commercials, Avala and Isilomo joined them. Isilomo joined virtually. And then Isilomo was asked about her friendship with Avala. The first people that were evicted from the house were Isilomo and Avala, and apparently they bonded at that point and they became close. So, but everybody realized that they were no longer talking, they were no longer friends, like since December last year. I think they have even unfollowed themselves. So Isilomo said, okay, Avala was asked first. Avala said that the issue she's having with Isilomo is not anything about Big Brother Naija. So it happened outside the house. That she realized that Isilomo was not loyal to her, and that several incidents had happened, but this particular incident also happened where she felt Isilomo should have her back, but Isilomo did not have her back. There is a friend of hers, Isilomo knew through her, that she was having that issue with that particular girl. And Isilomo, instead of trying to defend her, that it's her friend, she was defending the other person. So she felt she wasn't loyal, and then that was the end of their friendship. So Isilomo said this issue is not a Big Brother issue and should have been discussed in this studio, in this show. So she's not going to go into details of what happened, and that she doesn't think she was disloyal to, that Avala saying that she was disloyal to her is unfair to her, because after they left the house, that all the shows she was going for, she was always there for her. All everywhere, the travels and all that, she was always there for her. So that particular incident that she thought Avala was at fault, so she wasn't going to support her, despite the fact that she was her very good friend, that she was saying her mind, trying to tell her that, see, this is not good. So Avala wanted her to support her against all that. She didn't feel she should have done that. So she now started going on and on and on how why should Avala bring up this matter here. Avala was like, I am not, a question was asked, I did not even give them the gist. So she was saying she was not going to tell us. Even Ebuka was trying to nose, like aproko like me. Ebuka was even asking other housemates, does anybody know the gist? What is going on? Because two of them, they kept talking. So Isilomo now said, it's like you want to use this one to make create content, like you are now coming on national television to come and embarrass me, Abi. I am not going to take that shit from you. If you say we're not friends, okay, why didn't you tell me about this outside the house before now? Why are you outside as in the show, this reunion show before now? Now why are you now bringing this up? Like, 6 months ago that this happened. So Avila was like, are you for real? Do you want me to spill? Instead of you to just own up and apologize. She said, I will never apologize. Isilomo said, I will never apologize to you because I did not wrong you. I did not do anything wrong with you. So I will never apologize to you. So Avila was like, Avala was like, I am not going to use you for any content. You don't reach. She now spoke in Yoruba, like, you don't reach. I cannot use you for content. For what? No matter what, you are not, you know. So they were just talking, accusing each other, and we did not know what was going on. So as Isilomo was shouting, she was just threatening us so that she's going to log off. She's going to log off. Like, this is shit. No, what nonsense. You're embarrassing me. Before you know it, she logged off. We were not seeing her again. So Avila now went on. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this girl? I've been having her back. She couldn't have my back. Do you know the issue that happened between Kim and her on one interview like that it was all about her? Me, I was not getting it. Even them, Ebuka, them, nobody was getting what was happening because nobody knew the background gist. Okay, that's in fact, the Isilomo is not loyal. She's not a good friend. In fact, when it comes to man, everybody was like, when man don't get involved, now he be say there will be a snatchings, or there will be a backlash, or there will be a apropos, and then somebody left somebody. Guys, I don't know. That was the end of the show. And then Ebuka began to advise them that, see, you guys don't, just like I used to say, this is supposed to be a reunion to reunite all of you. You guys don't really need to be friends. You can just be partners. Just work. If you can work together, make money together, that is the most important thing. Just do things together, get the bag, then move on. Everybody, you go your house, go sleep. If I bring any occasion, if there's any occasion that arises and you feel like coming, you come. You don't need to be friends. All these fights no follow, really, no follow. Yes, they're giving me content, they are giving us entertainment, but 1 year, some months after this show, you guys are still fighting. Apparently, there are women, definitely 1 or 2 issues will always arise, you know, and they will always have issues, like the issue of Ella and Venita, you know, that was brought to the show, which was not supposed to be brought to the show. I think that was what Isilomo was trying to avoid, okay? But Ebuka was the one that asked the question, and Avila did not even spill. She just said it was something that happened outside the house, and thank God, I'm really grateful that even if Isilomo was at fault, I'm really grateful that she did not really tell us the cocoa gist, okay? Because that was definitely going to bring more content and people will definitely talk. So guys, we have come to the end of today's show, and if you enjoyed watching, please give this video a thumbs up. Also subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, leave me a comment below, and I'll be glad to hear from you. Until I come your way next time, bye bye.